Ya Allah, give me iman and victory. Give me, Ya Allah, give me strength to set us free as we struggle on your path, Mujahideen. Grant us, Ya Allah, the eyes to see your light and show us, Ya Allah, what is wrong and what is right as we walk along your path. Sirat al-Mustaqim, Sirat al-Mustaqim. Give me, Ya Allah, give me iman and victory. Give me, Ya Allah, give me strength to set us free as we struggle on your path, Mujahideen. Help us, Ya Allah, spread this blessed deen, and help us, Ya Allah, help the Muslimin, and help us, Ya Allah, overcome the mushrikeen. Give me, Ya Allah, give me iman and victory. Give me, Ya Allah, give me strength to set us free as we struggle on your path, Mujahideen. Make us, Ya Allah, fighters for your deen, and make us, Ya Allah, forever mu'mineen. And do this, Ya Allah, despite the kafirin. Give me, Ya Allah, give me iman and victory. Give me, Ya Allah, give me strength to set us free as we struggle on your path, Mujahideen. Give me, Ya Allah, give me iman and victory. Give me, Ya Allah, give me strength to set us free as we struggle on your path, Mujahideen.
Assalamu alaikum. Today we're going to talk about the miracles of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Allah always backs up his messengers or prophets with miracles. Miracles are actions or acts performed by the messengers or the prophets of Allah which are humanly impossible. Nobody can do them except with the help of Allah, and nobody will ever be able to do it regardless of how much we progress or how much we develop or how much the science develops. They will not be able to do those. So the miracle is in fact a divine act which is from Allah, given to the prophets to show to the people, to prove themselves that they are the messengers of Allah and He is the one doing everything for them. There are many miracles of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. In fact, there are hundreds of them. But on this page and in this folder, we're only going to discuss four major or the main ones that stand out. None of the miracles is less in the quality or the importance. Some of them I'd like to just mention. The first one is the Quran, which will never be changed. It is protected by Allah. It is also a miracle of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. On top of that, during the fights with the kuffars, a miracle was bestowed on Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam where Muslims were less in numbers and kuffars were huge in numbers, and there was a big difference in numbers. The success and the win was almost impossible. But the miracle there was this, that the kuffars did not seem to be as in such a big number as they were. So Muslims were able to fight gallantly and win. Other than that, there are many miracles in which it is included that Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was able to foretell the things that were going to happen. We don't have much time to discuss all of those, but we'll just go down the line and discuss these four that are on the page. Look on number one. The first one is division of the moon. And the moon was divided into two parts by Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam in front of everyone, and the whole world saw it at that time. Before leaving Mecca for Medina, the kuffars demanded to see a miracle for him to prove that he was a messenger of Allah or a prophet. And one of his uncles, his name was Abdullah, he's the one actually who demanded it. And Muhammad ﷺ only pointed his finger at the moon, and the moon was divided into two halves. And his uncle said, that is nothing but magic. So in other words, kuffars did not believe in Muhammad ﷺ even after they saw the miracle with their own eyes. You want proof? Yes, there is proof. Today, the science has proven that the moon at one time must have been in two pieces because it has slammed together again. They can still see that big seam around the moon, that the moon was two parts at one time. Let's go down to number 2. Cures for diseases. There's a long list of people that got cured by Muhammad ﷺ instantaneously, and I mean right away, no delay. Somebody had a broken bone, all he had to do was run his hand over it, and it'll be okay. Somebody got burned, all he had to do was run his hand over their face or hands, whatever, and the burn would go away. I'm going to tell you a story here. It's a true story. When Muhammad ﷺ left Mecca to go to Medina, he had a companion with him, Abu Bakr Siddiq. On their way, they stopped in the cave of Saul. The cave's name is Saul. So they were inside the cave, trying to spend the day so that they would be hidden in the cave from the enemies. When they entered the cave, Allah ordered a big spider to go and make a web. And that spider made the web in a matter of seconds. He made so much web, and also a bird came flying from somewhere, got into that web, made a nest, laid the eggs in it, and it all happened within minutes. Now, these two guys are inside. Muhammad ﷺ and Abu Bakr, they're inside the cave. They can hear the footsteps of the horses coming towards the cave. And now kuffars thought that they were very smart. And Allah beat them with their own smartness. When they got close to the cave, one of them said, wait a minute. There's so much web on this thing. Nobody's been in here for the last maybe 1,000 years. And look at the bird. It's got the eggs right there in the nest. That web has to have been here for a long time. There were small holes on the sides of the cave. Most of them were covered. One of them was not, which was at eye level, and the guys could have easily seen in and seen these two people inside. And Abu Bakr Siddiq, he put his heel of the foot on that hole. And when he had his foot in the hole, Muhammad ﷺ's head was on his lap, and Muhammad ﷺ was sleeping. And right when those kuffars were outside the cave, a snake bit Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq on his heel. He felt so much pain, but he did not move his foot. If he would have moved his foot, kuffars would have easily seen that. So tears start coming out of his eyes, and they fell on Muhammad ﷺ's face. And when Muhammad ﷺ felt those tears, he looked up and he said, Abu Bakr, what happened? And Abu Bakr said, Ya Rasulullah, just a snake bit me on my heel. I had it on the hole there to protect us. And Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam got up and he put his saliva on his heel, was cured instantly. That is a miracle. That is the kind of divine stuff that we're talking about here. Number 3, bread and milk. One time, there was a shortage of bread and milk, and Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam had one bread made up, just one bread made. You know how many people ate that? 130 people ate that one bread, and it was still there. And another time, when there was shortage of milk or the water, whatever, and Hazrat Abu Huraira, he was very thirsty in fact. He was the most thirstiest one in the whole group of Sahabas. There was more than 100 Sahabas sitting there. And somebody brought in a big bowl of milk. So when that came, Abu Huraira was very happy. He said, wow, I got something to drink. And Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam gave him the bowl and told him, here, you don't drink it yet. Pass it on to all the Sahabas. And he did. And that bowl of milk passed through all the gathering of Sahaba Ikram and came back. Abu Huraira brought it back to Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and it still had the same amount of milk that it had started with. That's when Abu Huraira drank it, and that is when Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam drank it at the end. And the milk was still about the same. Let's go down to number 4, the water shortage. At the Treaty of Hudaybiyah, there was a discussion between the Kuffars and the Muslims, and there was supposed to be a treaty signed. There was a shortage of water. People became very thirsty, and Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he asked for a big bowl. And all he did was he put his hand on top of that bowl, and the water started coming out of his fingers. And a lot of people drank that. I mean, you can imagine when there's an army there gathered there for a treaty, how many people are going to be there. All of them drank the water, and the water was still more than enough for them to drink it and make the wuzu with it. So these are some of the miracles of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. We just don't have enough time to list all of them. But the main 4 that stand out are these, in addition to the Quran Majid and the cures for other diseases that he had. And also, he told us the things, forecasted the things that had not happened yet. And they did happen exactly the way he had told. وَمَا عَلَيْنَا إِلَّا الْبَلَاغُ. Assalamu alaikum.
The eyes to see your light, and show us, Ya Allah, what is wrong and what is right, as we walk along your path. Sirat al-Mustaqim, Sirat al-Mustaqim. Give me, Ya Allah, give me Iman and victory. Give me, Ya Allah, give me strength to set us free, as we struggle on your path. Mujahideen. Help us, Ya Allah, spread this blessed deen, and help us, Ya Allah, help the Muslimin, and help us, Ya Allah, overcome the mushrikeen.